What is up guys, this is Shiro back with another video on the POCO F5, and today in this video I'm gonna be reviewing the latest Derpfest ROM. This is the Android 15 version and the build date here is of the 30th November 2024. And this ROM includes the GApps and all, and we have the changelogs right here. Of course, if you don't know how to flash Android 15 ROMs on your POCO F5, you can check out the flashing guide from the description box below. In the About Phone section, this is how it looks like. We got the Derpfest logo up top and the platform version, of course. If you just keep tapping on it, it will show Android 15 just like this. Looks beautiful, and this is Android 15, and everywhere we see a little bit of changes from Android 14. If you are noticing, we have the security patch of November 5th 2024, and we have the stock kernel as the 5.10 GKI kind of kernel. Select status shows as enforcing, and here is the build number. Now the most interesting thing here is the volume panel. As you can see, it's a little bit taller from when you compare to Android 14, but when you expand it, that's where the fun begins. This is how it looks like. There is the spatial audio. Not really sure how that works, but yeah, the option is there and you can turn it on or off from here. We have the alarm sound, then the ring and the call volume, etc. You can control from right here. And if you just connect to a Bluetooth headset just like this, I just connect it to this headset, and as you can see, the volume is adjusted, and this is where it appears to actually change the output device. You can just tap here and you can change the output device to your phone speaker or your Bluetooth headset or even Bluetooth speakers. From right here you can switch. So yeah, this is nice. The volume panel looks really dope in my opinion. Just notice how beautiful it looks. By the way, the Wi-Fi, the VoLTE calling, etc., it's working totally fine. And here, just notice there is the Bluetooth kind of icon right here of Android 15. And this just looks like a TWS, and on the bottom you will see the battery status of your Bluetooth, and in the home screen you will notice this particular widget. It shows the weather, and you can even customize that. As you can see, this is the at a glance kind of widget, I guess. Even the styling you can actually change to these many options. I think this is the one is there by default, but you can switch it to this borderline kind of thing or even the solid white background kind of thing. So yeah, this is nice. Definitely it gives you that dope look of your home screen. Now let's talk about unique things about this Derpfest ROM. Well, you can notice this sidebar and you can actually enable it. This is right there implemented in the ROM itself. If I just swipe from this sidebar, as you can see, this is how it appears, and you can open any app with this, like in a freeform kind of window, or you can say it's a like pop-up kind of window. As you can see, it looks like this, and you can just calculate whatever you want to with this calculator if you would like to, and you can put this on your corner of the screen. Even you can use it to play videos of YouTube and stuff. So this works, and if you just tap here, it will just be on your screen. You can resize it from the corners just like this, as you can see, or you can just put it to full screen just like this. So yes, on these dots, if you're noticing, let me show you from the recents panel as well. You can put it to this floating window. Once you do that, as you can see, this is how it appears again. And on these dots, you can actually customize that. You can see 4 dots on the bottom. This corner dots actually is to resize. Second corner kind of thing. That's what you can use it to pin on the sides, just like this. As you can see right now, it's on the corner. And if I open Twitter and I can just scroll here, as you can see, this thing is on the corner. So this is really nice that you can use this floating kind of window in this particular ROM. This is really good. But again, the sidebar actually looks like this. You can actually open the full app drawer, I think, with this. As you can see, the full app drawer is right now here in a floating window. But you can also change the position of this sidebar. You can just hold it and just put it anywhere you'd like to, just like this. Just notice. Yeah, it totally works, and you can just slide it down and you can open even Chrome and stuff with this. So yeah, definitely there is a lot of option or a lot of stuff that you can do with this sidebar. Now in case if you're wondering how to enable this sidebar, just go to the settings, app settings. From right here, just scroll down this sidebar option right here in the app settings. Once you enable that, you can just enable any app to have the sidebar on. So this is really nice. Also, you will get more options like the parallel space or dual apps kind of feature is right there in the app settings. The game space as well, so you can add any game that you would like to for the overlay and stuff. All these things are working totally fine. By the way, from the recent panel itself, you can also open into split screen and stuff if you would like to. And the split screen just works flawlessly. It is much more smoother, I think, from Android 14. And you can just resize them, all the apps that however you want to. So yeah, those things work totally well. And all the animations here works great. And if I go into the settings, in the sound settings, you will also see, of course, the Dolby Atmos is present. And you can just tweak it however you want to. And there is the Hypervis gallery. You can check out the settings. Looks pretty familiar if you are someone who has used Hypervis. And in the photos, of course, there are the hypervis kind of editing option. Of course, you can change the brightness and stuff. Then we have the crop, adjust settings, all these things. You can adjust the sharpness, the grain, and the contrast and stuff. And there is the AI options like the eraser, and we have the blur, and the sky options and stuff are there. I'm giving you an example of the blur. And just notice in the normal photo, you can edit bokeh, and this is how it works. Looks great. You can also change the bokeh type to stars or something. If I just do that, this is how it looks like. And there is also the framing of AI kind of thing. And here you can just choose whichever frame you like more. And there are a lot of options for these frames. Looks great for sharing quickly on social media. This is really great that we are getting these hypervis gallery kind of features right here in this Derpfest ROM with Android 15. Now, talking about the stock camera, yes, I did not get the chance to test it thoroughly, but yeah, definitely it works. It works really good in my opinion. This is like a POCO camera and all the lenses with this is working. There is the video settings, and in the video settings, let me actually go into it again. And here you can of course shoot up to 4K and 30 fps. Yes, 1080p, 60 fps does work, but no 60 fps for 4K. There is the documents mode, the pro mode, and even you can shoot pro mode videos if you would like to, again up to 4K and 30 fps. And there is even more options. If you swipe, there is the panorama mode, the vlog mode, short film, all those things are there. There is slow motion, all those things, and the front camera is also working perfectly fine. There is the portrait mode and all. So yeah, pretty much I would say the camera is working totally fine. I'll give you some samples here, and I have also installed the GCam. And if you don't know how to install this particular GCam, you can check out the description. You will find a guide for this particular GCam. I use it, and this is totally working perfectly fine. Even here as well. Let me actually take a quick picture. And as you can see, the details are there. No need to worry about it. The GCams and stuff, it's totally working fine. Now time to talk about the battery settings. Well, this is how it looks like. You will also get the battery information, or you can get to see the charging cycle count and stuff. My battery already has about 658 charging cycles. So that's a lot. But yeah, overall I'll talk about the battery life, but this is how the battery settings actually looks like. Even the battery saver is there. You can schedule the battery saver if you'd like to. There is adaptive battery and stuff, all these things. Block sensor and stuff like that is there. Also right here in the battery settings, you will see it shows the battery temperature. I don't know if it's a ROM feature or Android 15 feature, but yeah, this option is there. You can actually see the battery temperature right here in the battery settings. You don't have to go into the battery information to actually see the battery temperature. Right now, let me talk about the battery life. I have tested that with this Accu battery app. The estimated screen on time and stuff you can notice from right here in the screen. 7.5 hours of screen on time that I have been getting. Well, I would say it's decent because in Android 15, of course, it is going to take a lot of time to get optimized like Android 14. Honestly, in evolutionary storms and stuff, I have got a little bit better battery life if you compare it to this one, that I can say. The screen off, it's about 57 hours. Or a lot, you can say, more than 2 days. That's the standby time. And even the combine use shows as 12.5 hours for me because I'm a heavy user. In the health section, for me, the battery health shows up as 83%. And the fast charging and stuff, everything is working fine. No need to worry about it. In the security settings, this is how it looks like. If we just scroll down, we have the device unlock, and in here in the settings, these are the options that you will get. In the more settings, we also have the AppLock. Let me show you here. This is where the AppLock is. I've locked particular apps. I'll show you the AppLock, and it's totally working. We have the theft protection and stuff. You can enable that. New feature of Android 15, you can say. There is an auto reboot option as well, and we have other options as well that you can notice from the screen. There is also this restrict USB option. If you're traveling or something, maybe just enable that. And also there is a private space. You can enable that. This is again an Android 15 kind of feature. Now in the fingerprint settings, of course, I have enabled 2 fingerprints. I'll show you that, but first let me just set up the face unlock and let me show you how it works. Of course, setting up the face unlock, it's totally fast, and this is the face unlock settings. Right now, I'll just double tap anywhere in the screen, and I don't have the always on display turned on. That's why it looks black. I'll just double tap to wake and point the device towards my face, and it unlocks. Just notice how fast it does that. Yes, face unlock works flawlessly, no need to worry. We'll delete the face data for now, and right now, let me just show you the fingerprint scanner speed. Yes, it wakes up and unlocks pretty fast. I don't have the always on display turned on, but I'll turn it on right now. And as you can see, this is how the always on display looks like. And just notice the animation of the clock from the always on display to the normal option. As you can see, from the always on display to the lock screen, looks beautiful. And just notice the unlocking animation looks great. And if I just press the power button, as you can see, the animation goes right here. The fingerprint scanner, it's really fast, no problems whatsoever. with the fingerprint scanner unlocking. It's very fast experience overall. And in terms of the AppLock, yes, it does work. As you can see, this is how the AppLock UI actually looks like. Everything else is a little bit taller. I would say this window was a little bit smaller in Android 14, but right now it's a little bit taller, takes almost half of the screen. And if I just press or tap the fingerprint scanner, as you can see, it unlocks and goes wherever I left the app. So yes, fingerprint scanner, it's totally working fine with the AppLock and stuff. No need to worry. Even the face unlock will work with the AppLock. Now let's talk about the basic stuff. Well, with the overall UI, everything, it's pretty fast and flawless everywhere. While switching between apps or opening apps and stuff, everything it's totally smooth. I didn't face any kind of issues at all while doing all of this. Anytime wherever I just do heavy tasks, it doesn't give me any kind of black screen or anything, and it didn't force stop on me anytime. So overall, I would say, even though this is an early Android 15 build, this feels like almost the Android 15 is being baked in with this particular device, and it's a very smooth, buttery smooth experience overall that I have been getting. And even the recent panel, just notice how smoothly it's flying out everywhere. Of course, the POCO F5 does have a really powerful CPU, but even with that, I would say in early builds, there was a lot of issues with Android 14 and stuff I have faced. But with Android 15, I don't see any kind of huge issues, at least with this particular latest update of 29th or 30th November 2024. I'm pretty happy to report that with this latest Android 15 Derpfest ROM, you can totally rely on it as your daily driver, and you can definitely flash it on your device, on your daily driver device, to actually enjoy Android 15, and it is totally working fine. And here are the performance benchmarks for this particular ROM to give you an idea about the overall smoothness of UI. And in case if you're wondering about the basic stuff, yes, the play integrity and all, everything is working totally fine. As you can see, it shows meets device integrity, and of course basic integrity will be met because 2 dots. So banking apps will not be a problem. I have installed a lot of banking apps. They're working fine for me. Now, one thing about the safety net kind of thing, if you just don't see your safety net passed or banking apps are not working, just go to your Play Store settings, then go on the bottom. You will see in this device protect certification, right now it shows device is certified, but there will be option to actually update the certification from right here. So yeah, you can just update it from right here in the Play Store settings. No need to go anywhere else. You just need to do that once after you flash the ROM. Also, the IR Blaster works fine. The DRM info here shows as L1, so you can stream Netflix or Amazon Prime videos in 1080p. And in terms of Google Photos, yes, it shows this Pixel can back up unlimited photos and videos. And here, if you just scroll down on the bottom, you will see that the backup quality and stuff you can totally adjust, like to Express, Storage Saver, or even original quality. So that's really nice that you can choose the backup quality from right here. In the display settings, this is how it looks like. We have the adaptive or auto brightness. Yes, I think that is working, but I'll just disable that for the time being. Let's just decrease the brightness a little bit. And here we have the lock screen settings, and here we have the Google Home controls, the dynamic lock, shortcut changing option, unlock animation, and we have the now playing. Then we have the lift to check phone and stuff. Then we have the wake screen for notification, always on display scheduling option, and the always on charging. We have the pocket detection, then the screen timeout is there, up to 30-minute option is there. We have the Monet personalization, and you can change the Monet theme kind of settings from right here. This is nice. We have the whole palette kind of settings, and we have the dark theme. Yes, there is the pure black option. Once you enable the dark theme, looks great. Override force dark option is there, enable blurs option is there, then the display size and text option, and we have the smallest DPI and stuff. Night light is there, and there is the intensity, and you can change that. Then we have the live display customization. We have the RGB control and reading mode as well. Then the colors, you can change it to saturated, standard, P3, sRGB stuff. We have the display contrast. You can actually change that to different options. So yeah, I think it will be useful if you have some color blindness and stuff. Maybe that's where it will be useful. But there is also this high contrast text. You can enable that if you'd like to. We have the auto rotate, the refresh rate changing option. You can also put it to 90 Hz, but I have been using it with the 120 Hz adaptive. Works great. I didn't face any kind of hiccups at all with 120 Hz all the time. We have the double tap to wake, double tap to sleep, wake up on plug, charging animation, and even the per app refresh rate. You can choose per app refresh rate to 60 or 120 Hz. Let me go back. We have the display saturation. You can actually increase that. And let me actually give you a demo. If I just put it to a little bit more, just notice how much saturated the display looks like. It's a lot more saturated look, but yeah, I like the default one. It's totally working fine for me. But If you're someone who likes even more saturation or even less saturation, you can just customize the slide bar and you can adjust the display saturation. So that's really nice. In the wallpapers and styles, of course, we have the Android 15 kind of lock screen clock styles, you can say. And these are the clock styles that you can choose from. And I have been using it with this one. I'll show you the effects. We have the change wallpaper right here. And if you just go into it, these are the Derpfest kind of wallpapers that you can choose from. Let me go back. We have the icon changing option and you can change it between plethora of options. And we also have the font customization, and there is a lot of fonts present by default. As you can see, just notice there is a Google Sans and OnePlus fonts and even the nothing dot font and stuff. All those things are present. Home screen settings right here, and you can enable the themed icons. The color contrast stuff is there. App grid is there up to 6x6. We also have the icon, font, and even the shape option. You can change that from right here. In the sound and vibration, this is how it looks like. Media, call, ring, etc. volumes looks similar. We have the other options like the ringtone vibration pattern and stuff. Dial pad tone, screen locking sound, all these things you can enable or disable as you like it. Pulse option is there for nav bar pulse and stuff. And even there is the per app volume control, and there is the Dolby Atmos, and you can change the profiles. You can enable the graphic equalizer and stuff. Then we have the intelligent equalizer as well. Speaker virtualization, you can enable headphone virtualization, you can enable dialogue enhancer option is there, bass enhancer, volume leveler, all these things are there, and I think it's totally working. We have the clear speaker option, and you can enable that if your speaker sounds muffled or something. In the notifications, we have the bubbles option. Then if you just scroll down, we have the island notification as well. I don't like the now playing, so that's why I disable that. And there is the edge lighting option is there, and I am not really sure if it's working, but yeah, the option is there to turn it on. Flash notification option is there, and it should be working totally fine, as you can see. And even heads up and stuff, of course, is there. By the way, in the system settings, this is how it looks like. We have the navigation mode right here. In the settings of it, we have the hide gesture bar, hide keyboard navigation bar, and we also have the swipe to invoke assistant, and you can actually do that, and it is actually bringing Gemini. That works. We have the long press to search, but if you just keep long pressing on it, it will just open Google Lens. It doesn't show you that circle to search kind of thing, which you do get in ROMs like Evolution X. And we have the haptic feedback, back gesture animation, and we have the back height, and we have the left edge, right edge customization. Let me go back. We have the 2-button and 3-button navigations as well. And in the gestures, we have the quickly open camera. Then we have the one-handed mode as well, and you can also change it to show notifications and stuff, and it works, as you can see. We have the lift to check phone as well, but this lift to check phone, let me actually show you by double tapping anywhere in the home screen. And right now I just turned it on, and if I just flip the phone, it just goes straight up into the lock screen. It doesn't show you that ambient display kind of after lifting. We have the swipe back screenshot. Yes, swipe back screenshot works flawlessly. There is a share, edit, delete, and the edit option and stuff. You can bring markup if you would like to. We have the double tap to check phone, and we have the prevent ringing as well. In the buttons, we have this enable taskbar option, and if you just do that, as you can see, this is how the taskbar actually looks like, and it will show you all the apps that you have in your home screen on the bottom, and you can also search for particular apps from right here. So yeah, the taskbar works like this, and you can enable it if you would like to. There is the invert layout, edge long swipe actions, customization. We have the power menu option, and there is the advanced restart if you would like that, but there is the power menu style. I don't know, this ROM doesn't show you any kind of Android 15 kind of power menu style, but for some reason it only has this A12 or Android 12, Android 8 grid, and the legacy option. By the way, the power menu, just like this, it looks like. And here I have the advanced reboot enabled. So yes, I can directly reboot to the recovery or fast boot from right here. There is also more options which I have enabled. Let me just go back. We have the end call, long press, toggle torch, and we also have the wake device, answer call, control playback, reorient show panel on the left side, click to partial screenshot. So yes, you get the idea. There is a lot of customizations in this ROM. It's not too much, but yeah, there is. We have the status bar customization, quick pull down, right or left option is there. Network traffic indicator is there. We have the status bar lyric. You can enable that. Then we have the system icon styles, headset, Bluetooth kind of icons are there. There is a Wi-Fi standard and stuff, so you can enable that. Right now, as you can see in the Wi-Fi icon, it shows 5, a little bit small, but yeah. This is a 5 GHz network that I'm connected to, so it shows 5 right here. We have the clock position, you can choose it to left or right, and we have the show seconds. Then we have the auto height for the clock. We have the small and normal kind of fonts for this status bar clock. We have the battery indicator as well, and there is the landscape kind of battery style, and this is how it looks like. There is no that iOS kind of style, but yeah, it looks closer to that. That's why I have enabled this landscape reverse, and we have this show percentage option inside the icon. All those things looks great, I would say, for the battery icon. And we have the brightness control. Yes, the option is there, but let me actually show you. Yes, I'm just sliding on the status bar, but it doesn't just adjust the brightness. This feature, I think it's not working. Maybe in future it will be working, but yeah, I am totally fine with it. We have the quick setting options, then the background opacity you can customize. We have the data usage enabling option, then the brightness slider. Actually, you can change the position of it. Then the brightness slider style also you can change to cyberpunk or anything else. Just notice we have the auto brightness icon as well. Let me go back. We have the USB configuration. For convenience, you can set it to file transfer. Right now it's not opening because I disabled the developer option, because some apps were not working with the developer option turned on, but there is no option to actually use that feature where you can hide the apps from developer option seeing. That's why I have disabled the developer option, but once you enable that, it will be accessible, this USB configuration. And the Derpfest updater is there right now. Yes, there is no new updates. So those are all the settings in the system. Right now, let me talk about the home screen. Well, you are getting the Derp launcher, and with this Derp launcher, I would say it looks really good. And in the settings, just notice how sleek it is. I'm totally loving this particular launcher as it already has the double tap to sleep and stuff. Anywhere in the home screen, we have the single pitch center, allow short parallax and stuff. Swipe to access Google app, show status bar, dark status bar option is there, and all the other things that you can notice. We have the app drawer, the themed icons and stuff you can enable for the app drawer as well. In the recents, we have the scroll, vibration, memory info, and all the other things. And the recents panel look like this, and we have the screenshot, the clear all. On the bottom, it shows the RAM status. Let me go back. We have the miscellaneous settings right here. You can disable the suggestions if you would like to. To the left of the home screen, we have the Google's Discover page swipe. We get to the app drawer. Of course, the quick setting panel looks like this, and this background transparency in this ROM looks really solid. In my opinion, looks dope. And of course, you can add any toggle that you would like to, and there is even more options for the quick toggles. I have added Wi-Fi, the mobile data, and the Bluetooth flashlight, dark theme, then the battery saver, night light, and the screen recording option is there. Of course, there is the single app or enter screen option, and you can record the device audio and microphone audio together. We have all this show stop dot and other features you are noticing from the screen. And there is the hotspot, the data saver, the home controls, always on display. You can turn it from here. There is the always on at charge as well. So that's nice. We have the heads up, the QR code scanner, and the camera and mic sensor disabling. We have the cast and the airplane mode. That's it. And the brightness slider is on the bottom because I have customized it that way. The power menu again looks like this. Yes, some features are not there, like the hide developer option and stuff for particular apps. Yes, those things are simply not there yet. But yes, of course, with feature updates, they will be added, hopefully, and it will give you much better experience. But even now, the banking apps work, the MIUI or POCO camera is there, and it works with all the lenses and stuff. Everything is just flawlessly working over here, almost that I can notice. Even the performance is great. So that's how I feel. Like overall, this is totally I can recommend as your daily driver even today. The Derpfest Android 15 latest build has really impressed me. That's what I can say totally. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think about this latest Android 15 ROM for the POCO F5. I'm just glad that developers has made this possible to actually flash Android 15 this early and have this stable experience on our devices. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Share this video with your friends if you want them to know about the overall Android 15 experience for POCO F5 and how it's going on. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. And for the YouTube algorithm, do hit the thumbs up button, guys, please. This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye now.